I don't want to be like projecting false humility or sandbagging and pretending I don't know what I'm doing. I really am having a hard time with creativity and pushing through. Alright, listen, have you ever had a problem with your talent, your creativity, and maybe where you're trying to work on it, but it all begins to start to feel like it's work or some box you just need to check at the end of the day? Listen, this might actually help. The both of us.
Am I gonna walk with Pilot?
I can't, we don't have his leash. Sorry, Pilot, I can't walk you out. Don't have your leash. Stay there first. Stay, huh?
That's my hair.
Yun! Oh, okay. Here, Lola found it. Alright, thank you. Stay.
Are you gonna go to the car?
Yeah, baby, but let me close the gate first. You still have your ID, you can take it off already.
Hello.
Hi, Tita Steph.
There's my stick under the ground.
You left it on the ground? Underneath Tita Steph's car? You go try to get it.
Okay. I cannot go under.
I'll move it.
I'll try to push.
No, don't try to push the car. Alright, you can go get your stick now.
Like paddle.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Out of all the video ideas that I have in mind, I was thinking today is the day to make this video. I guess he's excited about it. My engagement with the No Small Creators Facebook group and my own struggles, my own challenges, my own obstacles made me realize maybe I should be doing this video now. You see, the problem is I have all the tools. I have this tripod, I have another big tripod at home, I have this nice camera, I have a microphone, I have both audio, video, and I even have an iMac at home, meaning I have editing. So the problem is not the tools.
Look at that guy. He's going left to right, left to right, and left to right. Hello.
See, the problem is I don't have any more excuse. I have everything that I need. Okay, the problem is I keep forgetting why I'm doing it. Okay.
Ta-da! Just need to fix the roof, okay?
All right.
I'm a man fixing the roof.
When I was in high school making little, and I couldn't wait for the weekend to start making videos again with my friends. You know, I had a purpose. I knew what I was doing. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to accomplish. They weren't necessarily good videos, but they were, you know, college came around and no excuses. I have the time, the tools, and now it boils down to, you know, my creativity and yes.
Your camera might bump it. Yes.
It still feels like a chore. Sometimes it feels like a task sometimes that I can't really fight through sometimes. And when it does become like a chore and I have to think about why I'm doing it and what keeps me going. So the next question is, what else would I rather be doing? I'm not an entrepreneur, unfortunately. I don't have that entrepreneurial spirit where, unlike Vanessa, she could, right now she's getting into plants. She could sell plants. A few months back or about a year ago, we were into the call center thing. We were doing customer service. And she was able to sell mobile phones. She could practically sell almost anything. I mean, she has that, you know, I want to be able to collect this body of work, not necessarily vlogs about me. Matter of fact, having this camera pointing at my face feels like I'm being narcissistic, but I feel like I have to do it because if I want to express my message, you know, I don't want to be hiding behind the microphone or behind the camera all the time. Sure, there are like artistic ways that I can do that, but I think this is one, in a way, a better way, because I'm being vulnerable about it, because it's difficult, which is probably exactly why I need to go do it. Sure, I should be honest also that yes, maybe I'm thinking about hoping that maybe I can grow this into some kind of business somehow, but I know that that's sort of like the big picture, that's sort of all the fluff. But the real core of it, I want to be able to put something together that I can pass on, sort of share with KF. You didn't just take off your shoes, did you? That's not funny, huh? Now you can't wear your shoes when we go home.
They're wet.
Your feet are going to be wet and you can't put on your shoes. What shoes are you going to wear when we walk home?
I don't know. How about that guy's shoes? Or that guy?
You push me?
Yes.
There, you find the timing. There.
A little bit stronger.
I guess the question really now is why? If I really sit down and try to, you know, sort of let things boil down into really why am I having a hard time also, is I'm also afraid to find out what I'm gonna discover about myself. Really, I think that's really where it's all coming from. Also, I'm afraid that if I start to move forward, not that it's going to be difficult, but because I'm gonna find. I'm sort of afraid to find out. I'm afraid to find out that I'm not as good as I thought I would be, and I'm afraid to find out that, you know, the mountain is sort of like covered in fog or clouds, and I can't really see how high it is. So I'm kind of afraid to find out how far the path. I'm afraid not to finish. I'm afraid to. And I sure as hell can tell you that it's not about being popular or being. The motivation really is, can I bridge the gap between.
Fire the last cannon! Get more cannon!
The challenge really is, can I bridge the gap between an idea, and even when I was on stage before, you know, it was always like, I have this idea, but can I actually perform it? When I do voiceovers, it's the same thing. I have the same sort of curiosity and challenge to get into it. Is I have this idea, can I actually make it real? And that's, I don't know if you could call that curiosity, but this kid. So there, that's sort of the curiosity that I have in mind. It's like, can I actually do that? And I know that I can do that, but the thing is, I gotta do the work. You know, I can read about push-ups, I can read about exercises, I can watch videos on how to do it, but I still gotta do the work. It makes me feel good that I don't have to rely on anyone to do it. I don't have to rely on luck. It's doable if I just do it. I realize that I gotta be honest with myself, find out where I'm actually at, where I'm starting from, and at least I can push off from there. A solid, you know, honest assessment of self to. I guess we woke up the dogs. Alright, this is not gonna work. I, you know, got lucky and got myself involved in some big projects, and now since I've tried all of that, you know, and I don't really have an excuse anymore, I think it's a good thing that I'm sort of cornered. I mean, there could be a perfect job for me that I can grow from and benefit from, but then they're a full house and they can't accept anyone. So even if I would be perfect for that job, but it's, you know, there's just so many variables going on. Where are your shoes? Yeah. Come on, let's go pick up your shoes.
Because I was waiting for you.
Yeah, but I told you to pick it up yourself, right?
Yeah, I know.
Why did you take it off? Was it itchy?
Yeah.
Just move over there to the other side. Oh, look, there's a frog.
Oh, hello, frog. You want to eat? I'm just feeding him.
No, you're not feeding him. You don't have any frog food. Come on, pick up your shoe. So this is how I actually plan to do this. Really figure out what's important to me. To build self-confidence, you know, that's probably the second layer also. So the first layer really is do the body of work. I'll have no confidence, no skill, just do the work. And the next level would then be, I would be building my skill, my confidence. And then the next level would be, hopefully, to let other people know about it. I'm confident enough to let other people know about it. KF, I think it's time to go home. So I guess that's it for this vlog. I want to thank the No Small Creators community But I also want to thank my frustrated, lazy self. So yeah, it's all these wasted years of just sitting around observing and studying things and people. Now it's time to get to work. That's me. That's my story.
Hi! Vlogging
Pick up now.
ng clothes. Old clothes.
Oh, great.
Oh, mommy.
Yeah, it's 200 pesos. Love you.
What's that for?
Mommy,
Clothes.
Yeah, like a donation.
No, like bought to 200 pesos
Mommy,
for 200
what's that
pesos.
smell?
Oh, you're selling?
Yeah.
I smell it
Lots of
too.
it.
Dad. Watch.